We're going to talk about assault rifle techniques. And the first assault rifle technique that I'm going to talk about is tap shooting. If you hold down a gun, any assault rifle is the same. Some of them have different weapon controls, but basically they're going to do this if you hold it down. They're going to shoot just randomly like that. Now if you tap shoot, they're going to hit basically the same spot every time. Look at that. Look at the difference there with the bullet holes. Now we're going to try this out on enemies, and we're going to do the hold down. If you can see that I got 26 health, and it didn't work very well. If I do the tap shooting, I can aim directly at them and not worry about it. And I'm still at 26 health, by the way, but I'm playing against computer players, and they're just randomly rolling their dice. But you get my point. Tap shooting is much better if you get good at it. It, of course, if you have bad accuracy, regular shooting's probably better for you, but as you get better at the game and have better accuracy, tap shooting is way better with assault rifles. Now we're going to talk about scope shooting versus regular shooting. Regular shooting works just fine, but if they're far away or if you want to be more precise, I would scope in. Now the M4A1 can only shoot 3-round bursts. Every gun's different scoped in. The AUG is probably way better for scope shooting than the M4A1, just because. But scope shooting is phenomenally good, and I recommend doing it as much as you can. Of course, they're closer to you when you scope shoot in ratio, and it's harder to aim at them because they're moving faster. So, you know, it's best to use when they're further away. Try not to use scope shooting when they're close up, because it will be really hard to aim at them and kill them. But that's scope shooting. Now we're going to talk about the difference between scope headshotting and non-scope headshotting with an SMG. Basically, scoping in is always easier to get a headshot. The problem with scoping in is it's going to be harder to aim at your enemy because they're moving around and they're closer to you at that point. You see what I mean? It's easier to aim this way. But I'm more likely to get a headshot if I scope in. And that's what I have to say about scope headshotting with SMG. Now we're going to talk about dual KRISS mode, and what is it exactly? Dual KRISS mode is basically when you whip out 2 KRISSes at once. And people would think, wow, 2 KRISSes at once, that's just unstoppable now. You see this guy way over here? Well, he's gone, of course. But anyway, you see that? Oh, cool. See that guy over there? I'm going to shoot dual KRISS at him and see how long it takes to kill him. Now, if I shoot 1 KRISS at somebody that's that far away, how long does it take to kill him? Not very long. Dual KRISS is amazing if you're very close. Piercing shot, even. Don't ever use dual KRISS from mid to long range. It's a waste. Don't come around a corner where there's no enemies with dual KRISS out, because you'll die like that. It's a bad idea. Only use dual KRISS in very close instances, and be careful when you whip it out. Now we're going to talk about sniper rifles and what you can do with them. I'm sure you've heard the term quickscoping. Some of you may wonder what that is. Well, what all that is basically when you zoom and shoot at the same time. So basically you zoom and you shoot. You zoom and you shoot. You zoom and you shoot, and you zoom and you shoot. Now that wasn't quickscoping, but that was. See how I'm aimed on the guy before I go to shoot. Here's a good example. And he's dead. And that is quickscoping, and it is the most amazing thing that you can do with snipers. If you want to be good at snipers, you need to master quickscoping. Now, you can be a cheater. Actually, I wouldn't call it cheating, I'd just call it intelligence, and I didn't do this, but you can put a dot in the middle of your screen with masking tape or electrical tape or with a Sharpie. I wouldn't do it with that, though. Maybe a dry erase marker might be a good idea, but something, the more opaque, the easier it is to, see, and basically, where the middle of your screen is. Most people that are actually good at the game don't do that. They just kind of know where the spot is and they aim at it. So, quickscoping is definitely a great tactic. Now we're going to talk about something that a lot of players don't know and only the really good players are privy to. And this is actually really, really hard to master. I, at myself, have not gotten to master it very well yet. I don't really know what it's called, but basically what you do is you quick swap. Q is the natural assigned button to that. Before your gun, or right after you shoot your sniper, to avoid the reshooting or reloading time. So basically, I shoot my weapon, and you see how he has to cock it like that? I can actually quick switch like this. Boom, 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 and you mix that with quick scoping, and it's boom, boom, boom. It shoots faster than the actual recocking of the weapon, and it takes a while to master that, and there are players who have, but you know, if you're a noob, then I would leave this to last, because I still haven't even mastered it yet. But good luck. Pretty obvious point for sniper matches is basically, if you're going to snipe, don't stand out in the open, because if you do, that will happen to you right there. You will die very quickly. And, you know, it may seem pretty obvious, but some people just don't get it. Basically, if you're going to snipe, make sure that you're being careful about it and you're hiding relatively well. And also, just like anything else, make sure you're looking all over before you go. I don't mean like that. I was over-exaggerating, but just make sure that you're looking. Because if you're not, then you're going to die. Someone's going to come up behind you and you're going to die. So just make sure that, you know, you're kind of looking all over. Especially in between when you have time to spare. Make sure that you're looking all over. And don't stand still, please. Don't do this. Don't be like, yes, I'm going to kill everybody. Because you will get shot against real players. They will kill you. Now we're going to talk about shotgun techniques. Basically, I don't like shotguns. I think they're stupid, and they're for noobs. Now, you may disagree with me if you're a noob, because with a shotgun, you can do this. And it's not that hard to do that with a shotgun. Even with a noob shotgun. Don't waste your money on shotguns. Here's the thing. If I'm far away from somebody and I shoot him with a shotgun, look at this. I just have no chance. Oh my god. Look at this. I'm gonna kill you with my shotgun. Oh, I got a headshot. And that's another reason why noobs use them. Because they get random headshots with them. Shotguns are terrible. There are no mission cards that have any shotgun. See? Now, this is a good example. I'm going off with this guy in the exact middle of my cursor and my crosshair, and I'm just not even hitting him. You know, maybe you'll get lucky and get a chain headshot. I'm getting closer and closer, and it's still not hitting him. Wow, I got it, finally. Of course, but with shotguns, boom, you're close, they're dead. It's not a good weapon to use. It really isn't. But if you must use the shotgun, like I said, don't ever fight at long range. Make sure that you are really close to them, and then you can rape the living crap out of people and feel like you're good at the game when really you're just crap and you're good at the shotgun, even though anybody who has any sort of aim would be good at the shotgun. Don't use shotguns. They're a waste. Waste. Ah!